What it do, everybody? What it do? What it do? Your boy is back on the grind one more time. Your boy is back at it again. And man, as you guys can see, this is a lot of trim right here. All Chevelle trim. Everything that I have compiled over time since I've owned the Chevelle. And stuff that I've purchased, stuff that I'm still waiting for, which makes me realize that I ordered some stuff from OPGI. It's still not here, and I'm supposed to actually drop this stuff off tomorrow at the powder coater. Dang it. But with that being said, I'll have to try to work something out because I still have some stuff on order that's supposed to come. And I'm picking up some more parts tomorrow because I was going to take all that to the powder coater, but we'll have to see where that stuff is. I was going to leave early in the morning, but maybe what I'll do is I'll take the stuff that I have down, and then when that stuff comes, maybe I'll just ship it to the powder coater, and hopefully they can just work with it there. So anyways, I thought I would just do kind of like an intro to what I have going on here. I know in the last video you guys saw a lot of this, but I'm going to be packaging it up here, and then tomorrow morning I'll be taking it down to the powder coating shop, meeting my fiance's dad, because he's actually going to pick up the parts from me at the shop that's down there, and then we both are going to meet at the powder coating shop because he has my bumper, my rear window trim, and shoot, man, I'm just gonna start packaging this stuff up and taking it down. Also too, if you're tuning in for the first time, I am restoring a 1971 Chevrolet Chevelle Malibu. I think it was a Malibu 350 to be exact, but it's not an SS or anything like that. But by the time I'm done with it, it's gonna be better than an SS. So, but yeah, I am doing a full restoration on it. It's pretty much a frame off, although I didn't take the frame off. The frame was off the car. Another body was actually put on the car at the time when the frame was off. The guy actually looked it over, pretty much cleaned it up, painted it and whatnot. It's just not powder coated, which I don't really care because I'm gonna drive the car. But, you know, it doesn't really need a frame off. The frame is good. So I've always kind of thought that way. If the frame doesn't need to technically come off and be powder coated, sandblasted, stuff like that, then why do it? I think the only reason why he took the frame off was because the body on that particular frame was well, most of the body wasn't good. So he took a body from another car that actually had a rotted frame, which is kind of crazy, and put that body on this car and some other parts from a different Chevelle, and pretty much just two Chevelles to make one. So he was actually going to make it a drag car, but instead just decided to sell it just to kind of just unload some cars, because he actually had quite a few cars when I went over there to check it out. So anyways, yeah, so if you want to follow along with the Chevelle build, this is it. And yeah, y'all go ahead and hit that like button and subscribe, all that good stuff. Alright y'all, so I think I have everything that I need from here. I'll do a once over again. I just need to finish wrapping these
door handles right here. So if you guys don't never seen these before, or you might recognize these are the Ken Diggett design door handles. So they're flush mount, same like the Teslas and all that you see. They're a flush mount, they're a spoon, they call them the spoon handle or something similar like that, and they just push in, and then that's how the door opens. So they came chrome, and this is before I was going to go black chrome, or I would have gotten them like a flat finish, because I think they come like a dull, like just like not raw metal, but just something that you could paint over as well. Or I probably would have went that route, but that's okay. I'm gonna take those, get them powder coated, but I do want to wrap them just so I'll get all banged up. So I'm gonna do that as well. So this pile right here is going. That's gonna go to my buddy Chris, and this pile over here is also going. So I just wrapped everything up just so it's kind of just nice and neat. I'll put all the loose items and things like that in a box over here. It's like there's a washer missing from one of these, which isn't a huge deal. What I'll probably do in the morning is probably just head over to Ace Hardware or something like that, go to their washer section and just see if I can find one a size like this as well. And then that way I can just get all of these powder coated. So, and again, I'm just trying to just use as much old OEM parts as I can. I don't know if this is OEM. I have no idea. I don't even know if they came OEM like with these hood pins on them or not. I know you can buy them new, yes, but again, when you're building a car, man, every little dime that you can save is a good thing. And also here, I want to show you guys this. I won't totally unwrap it because I just don't want to totally unwrap it, but I have pictures of it where it's unwrapped, and the people from the powder coater place sent it to me. So I actually unwrapped this end so I can at least peel back that end, but this is my rear valance. So on the Chevelle, they all have a rear valance, and I'll try to show a picture of it right now. That way you can kind of see a little bit more of what it looks like. However, this is a custom piece. It kind of is designed to look like a diffuser. So if you guys know what a diffuser is, they're pretty popular on a lot of import cars, or you might see them on like Pontiac G8s have them. You might see them on like Mitsubishis, things like that. This is made to kind of mimic that. So they used an original Chevelle valance, and then they made it with a little like fins on them. So and also cutouts for the exhaust. So, and I had this powder coated, man. Woo-hoo-hoo-wee. Oh man, I'm telling y'all, this Chevelle is gonna be on hit. But this is what it looks like right here, and that's about as far as it'll let me peel it back. But that's what the little fin looks like right there. And then about every, I would say 8 inches or so, there's another fin, there's another fin, there's another fin, and it kind of goes down the line until it opens again for the exhaust. So I'm gonna have to get creative with the exhaust because I already have my exhaust made, so I don't know what type of tips I'm gonna be using. If you guys have any ideas on what tips might work well in that, definitely let me know, because right now I just have 3-inch round tips, but we'll just see. Just definitely get in the comment section, let me know, you guys. But one thing with this as well, it was made well, however everything was like bondoed to heck and painted over or primered or whatnot, and I went to get a powder coated, and when they blasted it, it just totally just ate away all the bondo. I didn't know it was bondo like that. I thought it was pretty much made with all metal. I think these are made with metal, but they filled in the areas with bondo. And so what the guys at the shop did, which is awesome of them, they used a high heat epoxy and they patched it all up. I mean, this was all destroyed from when they sandblasted it because it was all just bondo. So what they use is like a high heat epoxy, and they basically molded everything kind of back to fit, and every single fin looks like this, you guys. So, but man, this thing is gonna look super dope on there. So I'm actually taking it to my buddy Chris because he needs to mock it up to make sure both ends line up with the bottom of the quarter panel, because on the back side they have these holes. I don't know if you guys can see these holes right there, and those actually bolt in to the bottom of the of the quarter panel. So he needs this as well, and then it kind of just sits flush to the bottom of the bumper. But man, this thing is gonna look super dope. I'm gonna go ahead and get off this phone, go ahead and get inside, get some dinner, and shoot, you guys will see me here the next day. Alright, you guys, what it do? It is the next day, YouTube fam, and it is 9 o'clock in the morning, and I am already en route to go to the powder coater, and I am a couple items short. And if you remember me saying in the previous clip how I think I'm haven't got my other order yet, or I forgot that I hadn't got my order yet, and that was the case. I just got off the phone with them, you guys, and they haven't even shipped it out yet. I ordered this on the 23rd. It is now, oh man, what is it? It's the 29th, I think? 29th or 30th today. And yeah, they hadn't even shipped it out yet. And I ordered it with plenty of time for it to get here, and I'm not that far from them. And I've gotten stuff from them really fast. It's from OPGI. So I called them, and he was like, hold on, I gotta look at something. And he comes back to me, he was like, yeah, is your address such and such? And I was like, yeah, that's it. And they're like, oh, okay. Well, for some reason, they put that it was an invalid address and it never got shipped out. I'm like, seriously? I was like, well, this is the same address that I've always had on file with you guys, and every time I order to this address. They were like, yeah, I don't know, it might have been a mistake on somebody's end. I'll go ahead and take care of it right now and try to get it sent out. And I was like, all right. I was like, well, I kind of needed this stuff by today because I'm going to the powder coater to get this stuff worked on. And he was like, yeah, I'm really sorry about that. So he was really nice, but I was like, well, is there any way that I could be compensated for or whatever, whether if it was a refund or something, because I kind of need this. And he was saying that what he'll do is he'll see with the supervisor if they can overnight it to me. So I was appreciative of that, and he said he'll call me once he knows more in regards to that. So we'll see, you guys. Man, it's crazy, man, crazy. But anyways, I am 2 items short. Well, actually a few items short. There were some chrome trim pieces that I needed for my grill. Those aren't in. And then I ordered some key and trunk locks that are chrome, and I wanted to get those also powder coated. So I'm short on those items. So hopefully they'll get here tomorrow or by the end of the week. And this could still work out okay because my fiance's dad is actually coming up to see our new gym. And if they come up, then I could just pass them off to him. And then when he goes back home, he can just drop them off his way. So that is a plus, because the powder coater that I go to is it's a little ways away, but I go to them because, for one, I know the owner, and two, they do great work, and they've been working on my stuff for 3 years. Well, even longer, because I've taken all of my stuff to them. Anything that I've ever needed powder coated for a car, I've always taken to them. So anyways, we are actually en route there right now, so I'm going to go ahead and concentrate on this road. I got all my stuff here in the back, you guys can see. Anyways, I will probably chime back in here when I get to the shop, hopefully. I don't know if I'll record anything inside of there, but when I get back in and everything gets good to go, I'll chime back in. What is up, everybody? I am here at Forever Powder Coating. Right here's where I get all my work done, right there. And this is the sample that I'm gonna get, that black chrome. It's cloudy right now, as y'all can see, so the sun's not shining directly on it, but there is some candy in it. They're gonna lay it over a chrome base, and then they have 2 types of the black 2 chrome that they do. All right, see you later. Thank you. Okay. And they can go darker, or they can go, oh, there's a better shot. Or they could go lighter like this. And they said the chrome will show more on the lighter. So that's what I'm going to do, that lighter version, y'all. Let's see. Man, that is gonna look so dope. So dope. All right, y'all, so change of mind. After thinking about it, and I was on my drive home, I was like, you know what, that might be too light, especially considering the satin black that we are using. I want the chrome to pop, the black chrome to pop, but I don't want it to totally match the black satin, but I don't want it actual stainless steel looking, but I want a little bit of sheen, metallic to it, and I think this would be it. So I came back, looked at some samples, and I think this is it. Black chrome 3 over aluminum. Man, I think we got it. Get in the comments, y'all, let me know what you guys think. I think that is it. Oh yeah. Yeah, I think that'll be better.
Yeah,
for sure.
I think that'll look good.
I don't know, just something was just kind of bothering me on my drive.
Yeah, for sure.
And then
definitely change it now.
Yeah,
you don't want to get it and then not
I know.
like it.
I actually had to stop by and drop off some parts to him, so I started to ask him. He's like, man, I think you should go darker.
Yeah.
Because I took that video and the pictures, and so I was like, yeah, you're probably right. Yeah, I think I do like that one better because it still has a little bit of that metallic in it, like you're saying.
Yep. For sure.
Yeah.
I think that'll look good with the color combo you have.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that'll work. Okay, so black chrome 3. And so he would just do it over
the super chrome.
Oh, so he'll still do it over the same same one?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, that works. Ooh. All right, I think we got it.
Okay.
All right, y'all, I am now on my way home. On my way from leaving the powder coater, I just went and visited my mom as she was not too far away. She actually owns a restaurant and a business down here where I'm originally from. And I always usually try to stop by and see her when I'm down here. So anyways, man, with that being said, man, just to kind of go off subject just a little bit, man, I know we all have different family dynamics and different situations, but you know, if you have a parent that is still alive and you are, even if you're not in good standing with them, you guys, man, I know parents definitely have a significant influence on their kids' lives, and I will say my mom definitely had one in mine. Even if you come from a rough situation, I know that most parents at least come from a place where they do love you, they do care about you. It's just at that particular time, their circumstances and that particular situation may dictate how a relationship is at that time, or you know, somewhat along those lines. But I guess where I'm getting at is, man, is even though it probably doesn't seem like it now from what you guys know of me, I really wasn't the best kid. I never really got in trouble with the law, but I caused a lot of riff and tension, and just I made really bad decisions, you know, within the family and stuff. This is when I was just like really young, and I really don't know why I did that, because I didn't necessarily come from a bad family.
you know, maybe it was because I had a lot of freedom, maybe. I don't know, but not to get too involved in that. But anyways, through that all, man, my mom has really shown support for me. And, you know, today just showed, you know, not to get too in depth with it, but man, I know she loves me. I know she really cares for me. And I owe a lot to my mom, as far as the person that I have become today. And anyways, I just wanted to give her a shout out, man, just because, you know, she's just been there through thick and thin with me. You know, even with this new business acquisition, you know, she had called time and time again just to kind of make sure that we were good. She was actually willing to even go in on the business with us if we needed her, and you know, that was just super nice of her. And you know, in some way, shape, or form, she wanted to be involved in the process. So she basically said that no matter what, she has our back. So man, it's just a good feeling, man. And I you know, it really, you always have realizations at some point on certain things in your life, and even though I always knew, this is definitely one realization for me, that, you know, my mom truly comes from a place of love and support, and today just really showed that. So anyways, you guys, now I am on the road back home, and we picked a color for the powder coater. Now I actually, as you guys had saw, went back, because when I was driving, I was starting to think about it. I was like, man, the black that I have on my car is a lot darker than what the black chrome color was. And I started thinking about it. I was like, well, I really don't want that to clash. My original thought was that the black chrome would be about the same tone as the satin, but just with a little bit of pop in it. And that's what I always had envisioned. That's what I always had thought. And so I started to think about it more and more and more. And I'm like, man, I don't know if that was the right choice. So I was actually en route to go see my buddy Chris, because I was going to drop off some parts to him, which I did. And then I started talking to him about it. And then I showed him the color. And even he was kind of like, well, you can do it whatever you want. But what I was thinking as far as the color scheme would go, from what you were saying to me, is that everything would be like a dark color, and then all the chrome pieces would just have a little bit of kind of like pop or flash to it. So, and that's what I actually wanted. So I was like, yeah, you're right. And I was like, well, let me go back. And luckily the place is only like 5 minutes away. So I went back there, and like I said, the owner is actually one of my friends from high school. We weren't ever like super tight, but obviously we were cool. We were in the same grade and everything. And her and her husband run the business, and she knows her stuff, man. She knows her stuff. And sorry for the unsteadiness here. I'm gonna try to set my phone down, but she knows her stuff. So we started talking. She started showing me all these different colors and everything. What it really came down to is it just really came down to a more of a darker color. And we started looking at just different colors, like flat colors, colors with a little bit more metallic in it, colors with a little bit more of a hue, like a brown in it, just because that kind of darkened the color as well, but gave it a little bit of a metallic or pop to it. And I ended up seeing this color called Black Chrome 3, which is basically a darker shade of the Black Chrome 2, but with less candy, but with a little bit more metallic. And with that metallic, it kind of makes it look like there is a candy in it, which there still very well might be. She didn't tell me that there was a candy in it, but I think what it was is the Black Chrome 2 has more candy in it, or it has candy in it to give it a little bit more of a chrome kind of like a metallic look to it, versus the black, the darker color, which they put a little bit more metallic in it to kind of give it that little flaky look in there. So but that's the color that I ended up going with, and I think we made the right decision. What we didn't want to do is we didn't want to quite match the satin color with the chrome, because we didn't want to make it seem like we were kind of matching it. And then when you get to that point where you're trying to match colors and you're not painting them all the same thing, then it can get kind of tricky. So we wanted to make it just a little bit lighter, but not so light like the original color was, where it kind of stuck out like a sore thumb. So we went with this color, Black Chrome 3, and man, I think we went with the right one. I sent it to my buddy Chris, and he was like, oh yeah, that's cool. That's the one. So I feel good about it. I feel like it'll be just enough for what I am trying to do, the look that I am looking for. And man, I cannot wait. So while we were there, also, I dropped off my new rear bumper because I had to get a new rear bumper. And I dropped off some other parts as well that need to be powder coated the satin color that I need. So anyways, you guys, that's pretty much it. Now I have to wait on my other parts to get here. But anyways, you guys, that is pretty much it. I just wanted to take you on the ride with me to the powder coater. If you guys are in the Olympia area, Olympia, Washington, Tacoma, Seattle, wherever, I know there is a lot of powder coating places along the ways that you can go to, Portland, whatever. But Forever Powder Coating, man, they know their stuff. And I travel to go to good places, and I will travel to go to good places, and they are it for me. I've been with them this whole build, and I told them I was gonna stick with them, and I drive, you know, pretty much, you know, half hour, 45 minutes with no traffic, upwards to over an hour or an hour and a half with traffic. So they're it for me, and that's who I wanted to do all my powder coating work. And that's why I'm going down and I'm sticking with them. So anyways, you guys, if you're new to the channel, definitely think about subscribing. Definitely think about hitting that notification bell, so when I drop that video, you guys know, man, you know it. We got it. This is it. Chevelle Build It is going down. Thank you, everybody, for sticking with me. I'm out of here. Got to concentrate on this road. Deuces.